Hello everyone, myself Namrata Thakur, Senior Lecturer in the Department of Computer Engineering at Pravin Patil Polytechnic, Bhinder East. Let's start the second part of Unit 2. I have already uploaded Unit Part 1 of the Unit 2. Kindly go through it to revise your concept. Student, your Unit 2 is all about the decision control and loop control. So by watching this video, you will able to understand what are the different control statements and the loop available in the VB.NET and how to use that in a VB.NET for developing the application. So let's start with the different control statement first. I think you have already heard about the control statement in a C and the C++. I already heard about if else, and the select case statement. What is the use of it, student? But obvious, to control the execution of the program. Or you can simply say that whenever we want to perform some task as per the condition given over, we are using the control statement. Where you have already used the control statement, students? Have you already developed any program using the same? The answer is obviously yes. Means we have already developed a program for checking the number or comparing the two number, for checking the number is even or odd, to check whether the student is adult or not, a person is adult or not, or we can check the student is passed or not. How you are going to do that? We are going to check the condition if age is greater than 18, then student is mature or person is adult. If mass is greater than 40, then student is mass. If A is greater than B, then A is greater. So here we are checking the condition, and for that we have some control statement in VB.NET also. It is useful for determine whether the condition is true or not. If it is true, then the particular block of statement will get executed. Control statements are the statements that control the execution. And the different control statements available in VB.NET are if then else, if then else if, and the select case. Let's check each and every one in detail. The first one is a if statement. Students, if statement is the simplest form of control statement. You are just checking whether the condition is satisfied. If it is satisfied or if it is true, then go to the block of statement and stop over there. So see here. It is the simplest form of control statement. It is used in decision making and changing the control flow of the program execution. First of all, we will check the flow chart of the same. So in flow chart, we are checking the condition first. If condition is true, then we are executing the block of statement and we are moving to the end of the program. But if the condition is not true, then we are directly ending the program. I am giving one examples over here. If your A is greater than 10, what you will do in a C? If A is greater than 10, then you are printing printf A is greater than 10 and you will stop. Same way, here we are using if A is greater than 10, then message box A is greater than 10 and A is ended, if is ended with ended. So students, the syntax for the if is, if you are putting the condition, then the statements will get executed and if is ended with ended. So this is the if statement syntax. The practical of the same we are going to cover the examples in a practical video. So kindly refer the practical video for the example of if statement, if else, select case statement as well as the loop statement. The next one is if else statement. Students, in the previous slide, I have already given the if statement. If statement is only used to check the true part. But I want to check the false also. See here. In this, I have checked if A is greater than 10, then print A is greater than 10. But if I am entering 9, what will happen? It will stop the program. But here also I have to give some options over there. At that time, use if else statement. If statement is always followed by else option, which execute when the Boolean expression is false. See students in a flow chart. We are checking the condition over here. If condition is true, if part will get executed. If it is false, then false part will be executed and it moving to the end of the program. So the syntax is if condition then. See a student. In if and in VB.NET, if is always followed by one more keyword called as a then. So if condition then, the statements related to if will executed, else the statement related to the else will executed, and if is ended with the end if. I have given the example if A is greater than 10, then print A is greater than 10, else print A is less than 10. And if is ended with the end if. Now, the next one is if else. That is, whenever you want to check the multiple condition at the same time. So you can check out over here. Here at a time, we are checking more than one condition. So we can say that it is the nested one. So if you want to check the conditions here, suppose condition 1 is true, then it will execute the statement related to the condition 1. If it is false, it will check the condition 2 and the work related to the condition 2 will get executed. If the condition 2 is false, then condition 2 related task will get executed. If it is false, then else related false part will get executed. So this is all about the if else statement. And the syntax for the same is if condition 1, then statement to execute if condition 1. If it is not, then we are going to the next statement, next condition. And the next condition is checked by else if. Again we are checking the next condition using else if. If all conditions are false, then we are using else to check out the last part. And if is ended with the end if. The next one is select statement. You have already learned the switch case in a C. The select case is similar to the switch case in a C. So in select case, it is a conditional statement that helps you to test the variable for equality against the set of values. Each value is referred as a case and variable that is being switched on should be checked for all select case. It is the easiest way for testing the different contents of the variable. As you know that we are using the switch case in the VB.NET, we are using select case, your expression that is your choice, and as per the choice we are giving the cases case 1, case 2, case 3 and the statement related to the same. And the default option is given over here by using else. And your select case is always ended with end select. So here we can check out the expression. As per the expression, the case 1, case 2, case 3 and n number of cases will get executed. If it is false, then the else part will get executed. That is the default part will executed. And select case is ended with the end select. This is all about the control statement. Kindly check the practical video or we are going to cover all the practical implementation in a practical part. Now the next one is a loops in VB.NET. Students, the loops is used to repeat something, that is whenever you want to repeat some task again and again, or you can want to perform some task again and again, you are going to use the loops. The loop allows you to run one or more line of code repeatedly. For example, suppose I want to print my college name 1000 times. I want to print PRP 1000 times. So I will use the loop over here. You can repeat the statement in the loop until the condition is true. Once the condition is false, it will stop, or once condition will be true, it will stop. The different types of loops are do, while, for each, and for next. First one is a do loop. As I said before, loop is used to repeat some task or some block of statement until the condition is true or until the condition is false. It could be terminated at any time with the exit do statement. So we can check out the flowchart of the same. Here we are checking the condition, and if condition is true, the code will get executed again and again. So the syntax for the same is do. We can use this do using two syntax, do while condition, and after that the statements related to that will get executed. It is exited with exit do, and do is always ended with loop. Or we can say that do the particular task, that is statement, exit do, and after that the loop and the condition. Now the next loop is while loop. Students, while loop is an entry control loop. As you know this thing because you have already learned it in a C++. So again it is used to repeat the block of codes again and again until the condition is true. It is called as an entry control loop because while always check the condition at the beginning. The syntax is while the condition and the statement to be executed, and the while is ended with the end while. The next one is a for loop. The for loop in VB.NET is also known as a for next loop. So instead of for, we are having for next loop. It is used to repeatedly execute a sequence of code or block of code until the given condition is satisfied. A for loop is useful in such case when we know how many times a block of code has to be executed. Student, for I is equal to 0, I is less than or equal to 10, I plus plus. We know this thing that we have to repeat it 10 times. So whenever such situation occurs, you are using the for next loop. The syntax for the same is for variable name as data type equal to start to end. That is, you are giving the initialization as well as the end. Statement to be executed, and for is ended with the next over here. So here we can say that start, you are initializing the variable and you are checking the condition. Here it will execute the statement and it will update the counter every time. Now the next one is a for each loop. Again it will repeat the group of statements for each element in the collection. This loop is used for accessing and manipulating all the elements in an array. The syntax is for each element in a group, the statements are here and it will be executed, ended with the next over here. So both loops are used for repeating some task again and again. So this is all about the control statement and the loops. We will see in a practical session how to use these things to implement an application. So if you have any doubt, let me know. I will surely help you to solve the same. So we will use these things to design the application using VB.NET. Thank you.